All right, so one of the biggest questions we would always get when we started Nui was, hey, why don't you guys go on Shark Tank? So Chris and I would be like, who knows, maybe one day. But then one day we're like, why the hell not? Why not go for that home run? What's the worst thing that can happen? We lose a day prepping, so we decide.
Yeah, so we go to an open casting call. We think we're early. There are literally thousands of people in line, and they're like practicing their pitch. I'm like, oh my goodness, how are we gonna stand out amongst all these people? And then we see these casting agents, a group of them, walking up, handing up bracelets, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is our chance. So I sprint to the car, grab as many cookies as I can get, and I go up to them and say, hey, I'm not trying to bribe you or anything, but here are some cookies. I know it's gonna be a long day. Hope you get to enjoy them.
Yeah, so that long day turned into about 12, almost 13 hours where we had to keep our energy up, and we finally gave our pitch, and they're like, all right, you know what? We'll let you know in a few weeks. And then in a few weeks they call us and they say, you know what, congratulations, you're gonna be on the show.
And so we were super excited, and we're like, okay, how do we make sure that one, we make a really good story, and also get a deal, right? So we're like, let's not leave this to chance.
Yep.
Let's practice like we mean to get a deal. And so we took a page from Beyonce and Destiny's Child, and we're like, hey, you know, we're gonna be nervous. How do we replicate this? And we saw that Beyonce, she used to run up hills, practice singing, and like, okay, let's do the same, because it would get our heart rate up, and we still have to pitch and be able to answer questions.
So imagine these two guys, everybody's gone home for the day, and we're like, all right, time to practice. So we're doing kettlebell swings, we're doing push-ups, we're doing sprints, we're doing whatever it takes so that we can feel those nerves. I remember downing coffee just to feel, how can we feel as much anxiety as we can? And let's practice. It's like, hey sharks. And then, the more that we were in that state, the more that we got comfortable. The goal was, how do we not feel nervous more? We're gonna feel nervous, how do we make sure that we thrive in spite of it?
Yeah, so, so then we're like, okay, we're getting ready for the show, and then we find out, that there's this surprise guest, and it's A-Rod. And what's interesting is, a couple of months ago,
Chris is like, Victor, I had this dream of J-Lo. I'm like, interesting, okay. Tell me. And he's like, J-Lo was eating our cookie. I'm like, you know that J-Lo's dating A-Rod, right? And I was like, hey man, you know what? Don't dismiss it. Who the heck knows? Maybe it means something.
Yeah. And so we get to the show, the doors open up, our heart rate's beating really quickly, and we're like trying to calm ourselves down. And we're like, okay, it's okay. We've practiced this. So by the time we pitch, we get our, all the words that we need to say out there. We get to the questions, we start to feel more comfortable, and then, we start getting to the deal.
We start getting offers, right? Mr. Wonderful sends us an offer with royalties, like, Barbara. We're like, Barbara, please. And she wants royalties. And then A-Rod comes with this like 300 for 25%. We're like, oh my God, so much higher than we expected. And then he says, I happen to know a woman who enjoys a cookie every night. And he was talking about Jennifer Lopez. And Chris and I look at each other, we're like,
okay, I think this is a sign.
This is a sign.
So then we look at each other and we're like, oh, okay, this is higher than we think. But let's do it. Let's go with the dream. And so we decided to go with A-Rod and J-Lo.
And the moral of the story is, every key business decision, ask yourself, what would J-Lo and what would Beyonce do? Just kidding. Thanks.